Hello and welcome. If you're new, I'm Jay Sampat, and if you don't know who this is my son,
Hi.
Thomas. You want to say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Well, we have something very special for you today. First, we've got a letter directly from Santa Claus himself with a request for some help. Wow. How honored are we? Second, would you like to know who Santa is? How did he get started as Santa? And what his real name is?
St. Nicholas.
It is St. Nicholas. We're ahead of the game here. So I have all those answers and more in store for you today, including his letter to us. So we'll begin with the letter first, okay? All right. And I'll help Thomas read this letter for us.
Okay.
And it says, Dear Jay and Thomas, in just a few days, I'll be traveling all around the world, delivering my sleigh full of gifts for all those wonderful children who've been
Good.
kind
Helpful.
and nice to others. And Thomas, you sat on my lap the other day and you told me what you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Thomas, what I do know is this. You have been good, you have been kind, and you've been nice to others. God, good boy. I also know you've been doing great in school and that you've been doing your homework. But Santa knows all and everything, doesn't he? Without us even telling you. But have you been listening to Mom and Dad? Putting away your toys and cleaning up after yourself?
We're still working on that.
Still working on that. All right. Better than nothing. Miss Claus and I have been watching your dad's new channel on diabetes and would like your help and the help from all the smart and strong diabetic kids out there with some ideas. The elves are already working hard and they're planning on loading up my sleigh for that long, long Christmas night ahead. And on Christmas Eve, before I leave, Miss Claus leaves me with a great dinner to get the night started. But recently, Miss Claus and my doctor have been worried about my health. Because of all the cookies, the cakes, all the sugary sweets that are left out for me to eat. So now, by the end of the night, I'm having a hard time. What do you think he's having a hard time doing?
Getting up the chimney.
Oh, yeah. Oh, getting out of that chimney. And he's feeling kind of tired. But also, what Miss Claus says is that his blood sugars are not looking great anymore, especially after Christmas. So they're going to ask everyone out there, do you have any ideas of what Santa can eat instead of all those sugary sweets that can keep him going all night? There are so many good kids around the world, and he kind of wants to get to them before they awake. Wow, what a request. So now, Thomas, let's go back and find out who is Santa and what his real name was. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. So the story on Santa was this. So Santa was just an ordinary boy named
Nicholas.
The baby boy was just like any other, but his parents hoped for great things from their only son. That's why they named him.
St. Nicholas.
Well, he became St. Nicholas after, but Nicholas means the hero of the people. Now, even at a young age like you, at 5 years old, Nicholas was kind and he was generous. He often helped the people in the village. He shared all his meals with those who had nothing to eat. He was always the first to lend a helping hand, and he brought joy to the young and the old alike. There was no better friend to have than young Nicholas. So Santa was generous, kind, and giving ever since he was a kid. So nothing's changed about Santa. You see that? Now, here's an interesting story about Santa. Before there were toys, what Santa would do is that he would secretly drop small little bags of gold down the chimney into the homes of those who were in need. But guess what? He never wanted anything in return, nor did he want anyone to know who he was. That is why he used the chimney, not the front door. Now you get it? Oh, what a really guy. So he became Saint Nicholas
Listen, why did he change his name to Saint?
because he became a saint.
Obviously,
As he gave away all he had. And then he traveled the countryside helping the poor and the sick. He became known as the protector of children and of sailors. Now, after all he's done, we need to help him. Alright? So, it looks like all those sugary treats that are left at every house are hurting Santa. So we need to leave him something healthy to keep him going. So, unfortunately, he may have some diabetes like Dad. Not the exact same kind like Dad has, where he needs insulin, but where we both need to watch how much sugar we eat. So I have a question for you.
so then,
Do you know what diabetes is?
yeah, it's blood sugar.
Yeah, it's about blood sugar. So, can Daddy eat cookies, candies, chips?
No,
Why?
reason is sugar.
That's a lot of sugar for both me and Santa. What can we leave Santa to keep him going for the night? What do you think?
What fruit? Yogurt?
Oh, great idea. We can leave him some yogurt. That's good. What does Daddy's usually have for dinner at night? You know what we just had.
I know. Carrots,
Okay.
ground beef,
Uh-huh.
rice,
A little bit of rice. Not much.
vegetables.
Lot of vegetables. What kind of vegetables?
Remember?
Broccoli,
Broccoli,
cauliflower,
cauliflower,
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
What else did
I
they eat?
know it's Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. So, I have a great idea for us, for Santa. How about we leave him some water
Yeah, water instead of milk.
and cookies? I think him and the reindeer may get thirsty on that long trip all night.
So then how many waters should
So let's leave him a couple cases of water.
Not like a cake? Isn't he going like every chimney?
Yeah, he's got a lot of homes to go because there are a lot of good kids out there. I bet he'd take both cases. So instead of cookies and milk, we're going to leave him some water. Now, I know there are a lot of brave, smart kids out there watching this. What ideas do you have to help Santa? Have Mom and Dad write them down in the comment section below for me. What are you going to feed him when he stops by your house? How are you going to help him to get through the night? Something tells me you're going to come up with some amazing ideas for that list. I can't wait to read them. Oh, not only will all the diabetics around the world thank you for your ideas, but Santa and Mrs. Santa would too. So, from our family to yours, have a blessed Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Have a happy new year.